If you are thinking about doing trials for Team USA, this video will show you exactly who can compete and how the trials work. In the first 3 videos, we covered the 2 pathways, the selection criteria, and how to fill out the petition. And before we get into the details, remember this: even if you want to do the trials, you still have to submit a petition. In this video, I'm going to break down the UWW trials, the SJJIF trials, who is eligible for each one, and the biggest differences between them. Let's start with UWW. The UWW trials will be on June 7th in Fort Worth, Texas. For UWW, the trials only apply to the 15U division and the adult division. Age is based on birth year, not just how old you are on the day of the event. So, if you turn 14 before the end of 2026, you can fall into 15U even if you are 13 at the time of trials. There is also an option for athletes who will turn 13 before the end of 2026 to compete in the 15U division. That means that some 12-year-olds can fall into this bucket. For the UWW adult division, adult means 18 and older based on birth year. So, if someone turns 18 before December 31st, 2026, they count as 18 for this process. A 17-year-old would not go through the UWW adult trials. Instead, the athlete could be considered through the petition process as self-funded for the 17U team. In addition, they could also be considered through the petition process as self-funded for the 20U team. Priority would go to 17U first and then 20U second if that athlete also wants to be considered there. For UWW, the adult trials feed into the senior division, not the 20U division. UWW allows 18 to 20-year-olds to move up into the senior division, but not a 17-year-old straight into the senior division. For UWW, adults can be any rank. Think of UWW as being more like an ADCC style setup based on age group, weight class, skill level, not necessarily on belt rank. The UWW trials will be contested and no-gi, but athletes who make the UWW Grappling World Championship team can also compete in gi at the World Championships. For UWW trials, the weight classes are: for the boys, 42, 47, 53, 59, 66, and 73 kilograms. For the girls, 40, 44, 48, 52, and 57 kilograms. For the men, 62, 66, 71, 77, 84, 92, 100, and 120 kilograms. And for the women, 52, 58, 64, 71, and 90 kilograms. If you win your UWW Trials division, that is the only way to earn the funded trip to the UWW Grappling World Championships. If you want to be considered for a self-funded spot, should you not win, that is why the self-funded box on the petition matters. Now let's move to SJJIF. The SJJIF trials will be on June 27th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The SJJIF trials are for 11-year-olds through 17-year-olds, again, based on year of birth. So, if you turn 11 before the end of the year, that works. However, if you turn 18 before the end of the year, you're considered 18, not 17. SJJIF is similarly structured to IBJJF, with divisions based on age, weight, and rank. But these trials will be ran like an AGF Challengers bracket, meaning same weight class, but all ages and all ranks together. But if you win the SJJIF trials, you will compete at SJJIF Worlds in your actual division at that time based on your age, weight, and rank. The weight classes are: for the boys, 47, 53, 59, 66, 73, and 80 kilograms. For the girls, 40, 44, 48, 52, 57, and 80 kilograms. For SJJIF, the winner of each division earns the Team USA spot and the funded trip to the SJJIF World Championships. And even though the SJJIF trials are contested in gi, athletes who make the team can also compete in no gi if they choose to at the World Championships. There is also an X Factor match built into the system. If the UWW trials winner shows up to the SJJIF trials in that same weight class, the SJJIF trials winner will face the UWW trials winner in a gi match. If the UWW trials winner wins that match, that athlete gets the funded trip to both the UWW Grappling World Championships and the SJJIF World Championships. If the SJJIF trials winner wins that match, then that athlete gets the Team USA spot and funded trip for SJJIF. If the UWW Trials winner does not show up, then the SJJIF Trials winner gets the spot and the funded trip. One more important point on the UWW side. You may see a 13U division mentioned in the UWW rules, but 13U was not contested last year and it is not going to be contested this year. The hope is that as participation grows, there may be a stronger case to bring that division in later. But for this year, 13U is not part of the UWW Grappling World Championship setup. However, as mentioned before, some 13-year-olds can elect to compete in the 15U division, and this may also impact some 12-year-olds who are turning 13 this year in a positive way. And again, if you're 18 to 20 years old on the UWW side, you can do both the 20U and the senior divisions at the World Championships. So if you win the UWW Adult Trials and earn the funded senior division trip, you can still petition to do 20U as well. The big takeaway is simple. UWW and SJJIF Trials are not the same. They have different age rules, different rank rules, different styles, and different structures. So before you submit your petition, make sure you are choosing the right team, the right style, and the right pathway. In the next video, we'll break down the self-funded World Championship pathway outside of trials winners. If you're serious about representing Team USA, use the petition link down in the description and get started the right way.